skip work tomorrow. No hate, no explanation, just that by noon we were driving north on PCH. Windows down, your feet on the dashboard, singing wrong lyrics confidently, which honestly made the song better. You bought strawberries from a roadside stand and fed me one while laughing at something I already forgot. Funny, I don't remember the joke, just how peaceful your face looked while telling it. Ocean on one side, sunset starting early. You leaned your head back and said, why does real life feel fake compared to days like this? Didn't have an answer, still don't. We called in sick for this. Sunlight on your skin. We called in sick for this. And I'd do it all again. No penthouses, no drama to survive. We called in sick for this and finally felt alive. You fell asleep for 20 minutes while I drove through Malibu, hair moving with the wind, go light everywhere. For a second, you looked like somebody who'd never been hurt before. That image stayed with me, probably longer than it should've. We called in sick for this, left the whole world behind. We called in sick for this, just ocean, air, and time. No pressure, no performance to maintain. We called in sick for this, and nothing felt fake. Sun disappearing slowly over the water. You looked at me and smiled. Promise me we don't turn this into another sad story. That line's been stuck in my head ever since. We called in sick for this. California turning gold. We called in sick for this. Best day we never told. One slow sunset, one beautiful escape. Called in sick for this, and something in me changed. Back in the city now. But sometimes when work gets too loud, I still think about that drive. Don't call me baby if you're leaving at 2. Don't call me baby like you always do. Have your clothes here, have your heart gone. Don't call me baby if you're already moving on. You only get honest after midnight, that's how I know. The daytime version of you is mostly performance. You walked in the night wearing that black silk jacket, you know, ruins my focus. Didn't kiss me first. Just looked around the apartment like you were checking if I replaced you already. Crazy thing is I tried. Wine still cold, your fingerprints on the glass, city lights moving across the kitchen floor. You asked, you still mad at me, like anger was the only reason someone could miss you. Don't call me baby if you're scared of staying. Don't call me baby if your mind keeps changing. Late night messages, sunrise disappear. Don't call me baby unless you mean it here. You always touch me softer when you know you messed up. I hate that I notice things like that. You sat on the counter stealing strawberries from the fridge while telling me you've been figuring yourself out. Meanwhile, I've been figuring out how to stop letting you back in. Not going crazy so far outside. Los Angeles still glowing expensive. Inside, we were standing barefoot in the kitchen at 1:47 a.m. Pretending this conversation was going somewhere healthy. Don't call me baby just because it sounds good. Don't call me baby unless you really would. One more slow night, one more beautiful lie. Don't call me baby if goodbye's already decided. You left your jacket here again, probably on purpose. You only text after midnight when the city goes quiet. You only text after midnight when your feelings get violent. Rain on the windows, your name lighting my phone. You only text after midnight when you hate sleeping alone. 2:24 a.m., 3 dots disappearing, coming back, disappearing again. I already knew before opening it, you miss me differently when it rains in Los Angeles. Funny pattern, you said you awake, like we both hadn't spent the last hour thinking about each other. Neon reflecting through the penthouse glass, half empty wine beside the sink. I should've ignored it. Instead, I put shoes on. You only text after midnight when your walls come down. You only text after midnight when nobody's around. No parties, no people left to impress. You only text after midnight, and somehow I still say yes. You open the door, wearing my hoodie that almost made me leave. Because people don't do things like that unless they know exactly what they're doing. Music low, city glowing, blue outside. You sat beside me quietly, like we weren't about to repeat the same mistake again. You touched my hand slowly and whispered, we really need to stop doing this, then move closer, which honestly felt very on brand for us. You only text after midnight when your heart gets honest. You only text after midnight when the room feels haunted. One more slow kiss, one more beautiful lie. You only text after midnight, and I still drive by. Rain still falling outside. Your lipstick on the second glass again, exactly where I left it last time. Called in silk, said you needed air. Called in silk, half-dressed, messy hair. City still awake, we disappeared instead. Called in silk, that's what you said. You canceled dinner plans while sitting in the restaurant parking lot. Said, I can't do fake conversations tonight. I respected that immediately. 20 minutes later, you were barefoot in my kitchen, drinking sparkling water like you lived there for years. Funny how comfort works. Sometimes it arrives quietly. You started dancing alone to a song neither of us knew. Not sexy on purpose, which gold. Called in silk, didn't need the world. No loud rooms, no pretending anymore. Called in silk, that's what tonight was for. Phone lighting up beside you, you flipped it over without even checking. That did something to me. These days, attention feels expensive. Real presence, almost impossible to buy outside. Los Angeles still chasing itself inside. You were laughing with your sleeves over your hands, eating strawberries at 1 a.m. And honestly, that looked richer than anything downtown. Called in silk, moonlight through the glass. Called in silk, wanted this to last. One slow night with nobody else involved. Called in silk, that's how people evolve. Kitchen lights still warm, music barely playing. You asleep on the couch, whole city outside, still performing without us. We don't post this, that's why it feels real. We don't post this, just us in the hills. No stories, no filters involved. We don't post this, that's why it's ours. You took my phone right before sunset. Said, can we have one night without pretending we're friends? Honestly, that hit harder than it should've. So we left it inside, face down on the kitchen counter, and drove up More Highland with no music for a while. Just a city humming below us. Wind moving through your hair, orange light on your skin. You look peaceful, like somebody finally alone with themselves. We don't post this, no captions tonight. We don't post this, no audience inside, no proving, no chasing applause. We don't post this, that's why it feels ours. You started talking about who you were before everybody learned your name. Said I think she was happier. Didn't know what to say to that, so I just listened. Sometimes love is mostly listening, while somebody tries to find themselves out loud. Below us, Los Angeles still glowing expensive. People still posting dinner, still chasing validation, still trying to look untouchable. Meanwhile, you were sitting cross-legged, eating fries at the bag, laughing with no makeup on. Most beautiful thing I'd seen all month. We don't post this, sun disappearing slow. We don't post this, some things people don't need to know. One quiet night outside the noise for once. We don't post this, that's what made it love. Your phone stays silent the whole drive home. Neither of us checked, not once. You look better outside the restaurant than inside. That probably says everything. Valet handed me the keys. You rolled your eyes before we even reached the car. Said, why does everybody in there talk like they're being recorded? I laughed harder than I should've, because honestly, I was thinking the same thing. Rain still drying on the windshield, city lights stretched across the glass like melting gold. You loosened your earrings, threw them into console, and suddenly you look real again. After the valet, that's when the night got good. After the valet, finally understood. No cameras, no tables to impress. After the valet, you like me best. We drove nowhere specific, windows cracked slightly, music low enough to hear each other breathe. You asked me, when did everything become performance? Didn't answer right away. Some questions deserve silence first. Red light, your hand on my knee, whole city moving around us, and somehow nothing felt urgent anymore. Valet, dashboard, glowing blue. After the valet, that's when I saw you. No fake stories, no pretending tonight. After the valet, everything felt right. Passed by another rooftop party, crowded, loud, people trying too hard. You looked out the window and whispered, "Thank God we left." Might have been the sexiest thing you said all night. After the valet, headlights in your eyes. After the valet, best part of the night. One slow drive through California rain. After the valet, I want that again. Car still warm when we parked downstairs. Neither of us moved for a minute, like ending the night too fast would ruin it. You left your receipt inside my car door. Valet ticket, lip gloss mark, half your number written on the back. Didn't throw it away, still there actually. Funny, the things we decide are important. You called me around 2:13, say you still awake, like you didn't already know. City lights moving across your face while traffic crawled beside us. You looked out the window when the conversation got too honest. I noticed that too. Neon receipts, proof we were alive. Neon receipts, somewhere after midnight. Wrong turns, slow songs, red lights in the rain. Neon receipts, I want that again. We passed 3 different places, people were lined up outside. You asked if I wanted to go and I said, not really. Truth was I liked the car more, like the privacy, liked your voice low, the music underneath it, like not performing for anybody. Neon receipts, dashboard, glowing blue. Neon receipts, city melting through. No audience, no cameras tonight. Neon receipt, you look better in real life. Somewhere downtown, people still trying to look expensive. Meanwhile, you were barefoot, holding cold fries, talking about childhood memories. And somehow, that felt richer than all of it. Neon receipts, headlights in your eyes. Neon receipts, last exit, passing by. One more drive before the sky turns gold. Neon receipts, some nights don't let go. Your receipt still in the door, still haven't moved it. Probably won't. You standing bare blue reflections everywhere. Looked unreal for a second. Music coming softly from inside the house. Somebody laughing downstairs. Glasses clinking, doors opening and closing. But out here, it felt private. You asked me why I always disappear from parties early. I told you because eventually every loud room starts sounding lonely. You understood that way too fast. Midnight pool light, water turning silver blue. Midnight pool light, all I see is you. Whole city moving, we let it disappear. Midnight pool light, I only want this here. Your makeup slightly faded from the heat, honestly, you look better that way. Less like somebody trying to survive attention, more like yourself. You sat beside me slowly, shoulder touching mine. Neither of us moving away. That tiny moment changed the whole night. Still chasing something. Reservations, followers being seen. Meanwhile, we stay quiet, watching water move. And somehow that felt richer. Midnight pool light, city glowing far below. Midnight this felt quieter than sleep. You looked at me tonight like you already knew. I was tired of expensive things. I've been in rooms people were killed to enter. Champagne towers, names on guest list, views high enough to forget the streets below. And still I would leave those nights feeling strangely empty. Then you showed up, wearing nothing loud, nothing designed to impress. Just honesty in your eyes that caught me off guard. Richer in you than anything I own. Richer in you than marble, gold, or stone. You don't try too hard, you don't even know. Richer in you, that's what changed my soul. You listen differently, not waiting to speak, not trying to win, just listening. Do you know how rare that is now? The craziest part is you probably don't even see what I see. The way you laugh when you forget people are watching. The way calm follows you into every room. Richer in you than every city light. Richer in you than every famous night. No performance, no games to get through. Richer in you, I think I need stop, another car, another reservation under my name. I think I spent years collecting beautiful distractions, then met someone who made peace feel beautiful instead. Picturing you and anything I've known, picturing you. You make this world feel slow. If love looks like this, I finally understand. Richer than you, take all I have. Whole city glowing outside, and somehow you're still the brightest thing in the room.
Poollight just turned on. Sky still holding a little orange. Perfect timing. Walked out wearing my shirt and expensive sunglasses, like both belong to you already. Your phone face down for the first time all day. I noticed that the city looks soft tonight, quiet, just far enough away to stop mattering. Your legs across the lounge chair, music floating through the speakers, slow enough to change the temperature of the room. Some nights feel rainy. This one felt owned. Velvet sundown. Look at this life we made. Velvet sundown. Gold dripping off the waves. Slow conversation. He living in the air. Velvet sundown. Nothing else compares. You asked me why I always seem calmer near water. I told you because oceans don't rush anybody. Neither do rich people who are actually happy. You laughed at that slowly, like maybe you knew exactly what I meant. City glowing underneath. Velvet sundown. Finally able to breathe. No deadlines, no proving tonight. Velvet sundown. Everything's sitting right. Somewhere downstairs, glass is clean. Somebody started dancing. You pulled me closer without saying anything. That move alone could ruin entire relationship. Velvet sundown. Warm wind through your hair. Velvet sundown. Firelight everywhere. One more bottle, one more slow song before sleep. Velvet sundown. These are the nights we keep. Music still playing softly, long after midnight. Pool water reflecting gold on the ceiling. You asleep beside me. Whole city outside, moving too fast. Again. elevator opening slow. Penthouse smell like vanilla candles and somebody else's perfume. Didn't turn the lights on, didn't need to. The city already had enough for them. You kicked your heels off halfway between the kitchen and the living room, which probably meant you were planning to stay a while. You walked straight to the balcony like you always do. When you're thinking too much, I poured 2 drinks without asking. Some habits survive even complicated people. Marble after midnight, gold reflections on your skin. Marble after midnight, we do this again and again. Late city breathing, slow jazz from the hall. Marble after midnight, you don't say much at all. You asked me if I was happy, not successful, not busy, not distracted. Happy, funny question at 1:30 in the morning. I looked at the skyline long enough for you to understand I wasn't avoiding it, just trying to answer honestly. Somewhere downstairs, a car alarm went off. Neither of us moved. That's when I realized peace isn't silence, it's knowing you don't need to leave yet. Marble after midnight, wine circles on the glass. Marble after midnight, watching no ghosts pass. No performance, no pretending anymore. Marble after midnight, that's what this room is for. Your lipstick mark stayed on the second glass. I noticed it while you were talking about moving somewhere quieter, somewhere with less people. You always say things like that when life starts getting good again. Like part of you still doesn't trust peace. Marble after midnight, city painted gold and blue. Marble after midnight, everything slowed down with you. One more conversation, one more hour before sleep. Marble after midnight, the kind of nights we keep here. You fell asleep first. TV still glowing blue across the marble floor outside. Los Angeles kept moving inside. Nothing needed to.